How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here, and it's the last of The Last of Us Season 2. Yeah, the final episode, and I'm very intrigued to see where things are going to go. Obviously, we're not going to clear this whole Abby stuff within one episode, so yeah, but I mean, obviously, the last time we dealt with, I guess, Ellie and co. in present day, barring that scene at the end of the very last episode, yeah, Nora got dealt with. I mean, she was dead anyways, especially in regards to the fact that she was, you know, swarmed with spores and all of that, so yeah. Yeah, obviously there are, like, what, 4 members left in terms of the group that was responsible for being there when, you know, Joe got golfed in. So, yeah, but, yeah, last episode. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was well done. I said it in the last episode, and many of us have agreed. Give Pedro, even give Bella, like, just give that entire episode all the awards, because that was just phenomenal. It was my favorite of season 2, and it was just really, really incredible stuff. Especially that porch scene, that was just really, really brutal emotionally, and yeah, it was just really incredible. Great acting from Bella, from Pedro. So yeah, it was just really, really phenomenal stuff. But yeah, we're at the end of season 2, so no doubt we'll be waiting a couple of years until season 3 does hit. I did like, I'd say, based on you know, how this season has fared for the past 6 episodes, you know, versus season 1. I will say I think I preferred season 1 so far. Doesn't necessarily mean, you know, season 2 was bad or anything like that, but I think season 2 had a better rhythm going for it and all of that, and yeah, so I mean, it's been very, very interesting and great to see in regards to this story play out in regards to season 2 of The Last of Us. And of course, this is really a part 1 of, I guess, the story that we're telling really for this season, or for, you know, I guess, this particular arc really, because obviously with season 3, we're bound to get, I guess, the second part of the second game. So yeah, but it will be very, very interesting to see how we do conclude things for this season. With that said, let's get into the final episode of The Last of Us Season 2. Let's go.
Turn artery. I need to push it through.
How do you know that? What if it's the wrong way?
I know where the arteries are.
Oh, you're not a doctor.
Dina, shut up!
Oof. Jeez. All right, Jesse.
It's me.
What's the name of your horse?
Shimmer, I'm alone. Open
Who's alone in the music store still?
Does she know where Abby is?
Yes, but she only said 2 words. Whale and then wheel.
She's at
What
the
does
whale
that mean?
wheel.
Maybe nothing. She was
Or
in
the
fact
wheel
in
whale.
already setting it. It was easy.
She was so locked into
I just
vengeance.
kept hurting her.
Did you kill her?
No. I left her.
To suffer. Killing her would be easy.
Yeah.
And Joel shot him in the head. To save me.
And to screw over the world.
So that's why they came.
Now she knows. She was questioning it in episode 6, like, Joel didn't deserve it.
Did you know who they were?
You ever gonna tell me what happened to you last night?
Fair point!
We followed the likeliest path into the city. Found the place you stashed Shimmer. She's still there, doing all right. Not that you asked.
Thank you for calling her out there, Jesse. We're all worried about Shimmer.
Ellie, I see the way you two look at each other. It's different now. Yeah. And I bet she even tells you things she wouldn't tell me.
Oh,
Like how
Oh,
she's pregnant.
there we go.
We're stuck in a war zone. So how about we skip the apologies and just go find Tommy so I can get us and my kid the fuck out of Seattle.
Ugh. That's it. He's in danger and all of that. This information's been withheld. Stakes are raised higher. It's tempting. But there's like several of them.
I am not dying out here.
Are you sure?
Them. This is not our war.
I kind of have a bad feeling about Jesse, I'm not gonna lie, chat. In the space of 5 minutes, he's just like, I'm not dying. I can't die.
Yesterday. And we still haven't found Owen.
Damn. I mean, it makes
Mel
sense
is
that they
missing now,
would
too.
be in cahoots.
So her entire crew just disappears.
I don't know. You wouldn't be the first old man's or
Okay, okay.
Let's not get too
No.
graphic. Unless he knew her dad.
Let me at least just get this one off the table. Yes, I love her.
We're having a heart-to-heart.
Not the way you
Great
do.
progress. Okay. I mean, fair.
Counting on me to be the next Maria. Because I was taught to put other people first.
He's coming towards Ellie about this educational lesson.
Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
With
So,
grace.
You're saying
Oh, Tommy's over there. That's where we're going.
Other people.
You don't know that's him.
Yes, we do.
We don't. And even if it is, he's called him pinned down.
But we
Well,
don't
now
know
they
if
call for
Abby is
backup.
Then he'll
actually
pin
in
more
there
of them
now,
down.
even if
I know
Nora
him.
said.
Because everything you do for you.
It's all going back to putting
my
other
God.
people first.
It wasn't in the best interest of the community.
Fuck the community!
There
All
we
you do is
go.
talk about the fucking community, you hypocrite!
I really hope you make it.
Damn. Damn. Hello? Ooh. Holy shit. That's it, look at her. Like, she is so locked into that revenge because she can taste it. Oof. Maybe this is the... I don't know. Maybe this is the universe trying to give Ellie a little bit of a hint.
I'm not from here! I'm not a wolf! Tell them!
That kid, you know, that kid bears the mark of the devil.
Village. The village! Leave her!
I mean, I'm guessing this is the WLF ironically saving her skin. She's going after them and they low-key saved her in a sense. Just love the music. It is actually like, you know, again, I haven't played the second game, but it does get you into that game zone, doesn't it? Stealth operation.
You can make it there and back in 30. If you're still here, you can get on board and keep going with us. If you're not, you're not.
Fuck you, Owen.
Hands up.
Oh shit.
Where's Ab?
Big mistake. Oh my god, in the jugular!
Oh god.
In the jugular!
Oh god.
I mean, she said... Oh shit.
How deep?
Deeper than you think.
Which way? Which way?
Watch.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That okay. Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
It's a lot, isn't it? Just based on she was pregnant and then yeah.
Hey. You know, they were part of it too.
But she
They made their choice.
that girl was pregnant.
That's all there is to it.
And she couldn't do anything.
But Abby gets to live.
If I were out there somewhere, lost and in trouble, you would set the world on fire to save me.
You might not like how reckless she can be,
would.
but she puts her foot down. Doesn't look back. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Stand up.
What the fuck?
Stand up. Hands in the air or I shoot this. I let you live. And you wasted it.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit. Is this day one? Alright. I mean, I kind of figured that we would, like, you're introducing Abby into the mix of things. We haven't seen her since episode 2. But I'm guessing that's where, like, because, again, obviously with the second game, it's going to be split between seasons 2 and seasons 3. But there's that cliffhanger as well with I don't think she's dead. Maybe Ellie had a quick time event or something. I don't know. Or Tommy just did the leg sweep or something like that because her eye was zoned in on Ellie, not Tommy. So I don't think Ellie's dead. That's one thing for sure. And you're not really going to have us wait 2 years on if Ellie is going to be dead or not. Because that's just fucked. So Ellie ain't dead. And plus, this is like, yeah. So. So I wonder if that, like, if you're gonna, like, I don't know, because it seems to indicate that, okay, well, season 3, you're gonna have a big focus on Abby, which is all well and good. Because again, we like, she's a big part of this story, and plus, she's someone who felt the brunt of what Joel did. So she's very integral to the story anyways, because in her eyes, Joel is a monster. And yeah. So I do wonder if the game kind of splits itself off to have an Ellie story and then, I don't know, an Abby story maybe. Kind of like what seemingly is the case here, because it's gone back to Seattle day 1. So yeah, we were a few days anyways in present day terms of our journey in Seattle. So yeah. And there's a lot of mystique as well in regards to Abby's connections with Isaac, for example. So yeah, but I wonder if they do something like that, kind of akin to Metal Gear Solid 2, in a sense, although not as, I guess. Because you only got a portion of that, like, of playing Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2, and then the majority of the game was Raiden, goated character, by the way. But again, it's not. There's going to be an even match, I would say, with Abby and Ellie. So yeah, because I'm assuming this is like 50% season two is season 2 is 50% of the second game. Season 3 will be the other 50%. I don't know. So yeah, but boy, poor Jesse, like he just got absolutely clipped. There's no time to react, and he just got instant. Jesus Christ. But you know what? I called it as well, because he was waving those death flags to the heavens. Yo. So, what a wild end to... Those last 10 minutes were just absolutely intense. Either because things were happening so fast, or your stomach dropped, because that Mel scene was just... Yeah. Oy. And it was just really, really... Like, that's it, though. Like, as soon as you realize... Because you didn't even get to see the bump until she revealed it, and it's like... Yeah, this... And the thing is, Ellie doesn't even know what she's doing, and there's a lot of thoughts going through, not just her mind, but your mind as well. What if this was Dina? And it's just a lot to process, because not just that though, but Mel was one of the I mean, yeah, she was still with the group when Joel died, but Mel was one of the ones that I believe showed a bit of hesitancy to this whole shit show when they decided to bash his head. So, yeah. So, her, like... Yeah, her getting messed up in the first place was well, like, with her falling after, you know, like I said, she got a 2-for-1 deal, did Ellie. That was already rough enough anyways. But now, with that revelation that she was pregnant, I was just like, shit. So, and it really took me out as well, because, again, with the idea that she didn't even know what... It was the fact that she was an accident as well, was Mel, in terms of that fatality, because she went for Owen, and then she accidentally got Mel, and it's like, yeah. So, and again, with Mel, there is that whole situation of, with, like, there being a little bit of leniency back to episode 2. And then she's pregnant, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. So it's all a big chunk of tragedy there for Mel, and yeah, so... I mean, that was just a really heartbreaking scene. Yeah. Oy. So, that was completely devastating. I mean, even when Tommy showed up, I just couldn't even be like, oh, it's Tommy, or whatever. I was just processing that really, really tough scene, so, yeah. But, yeah. And then there was that ending as well. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That poor Jesse. I feel so fucking bad for him. Not just in terms of, you know, he just instantly died. No chance to even see it coming. But, I mean, he was someone who voted no. He put his community first. He was looking out for others, and yeah, he saved Ellie because he cared, and that became his Achilles heel, really, because that's the reason why he died. Is because he saved Ellie because he cared, and the reason he's dead because he cared. So it's like fucked, isn't it? But I mean, I can understand the gripes and all of that. I do also kind of like find it very, very interesting as well to go into Ellie's perspective and all of that. So yeah. He had such a very hostile until that talk about what was it, the paintings and all of that. He had such a hostile reception and all of that. So, but I guess when you think about it, you can't really blame him after he is, with the fact that he's now got this new information that he is going to be a dad. Well, he was going to be a dad. And not just that though, but like this whole shit show itself in regards to Ellie going off to Seattle when he voted against this whole decision. So yeah. And there was obviously this talk about Ellie going back and all of that. You have to go back. You have to leave this well enough alone, nip this in the bud and all of that. But at the end of the day, I mean, she was so close, and she was she could be like, she's 19 still at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to brush up any kind of cheap excuse or anything like that. So yeah, she's gonna be a bit reckless, but again, when she is so close, you don't want to be so close and yet so far. And it was that real knock, really, when it came to Mel's death, that kind of put things into perspective. But I think there was a bunch of factors there as well, like Mel and her dying was an accident. B, the baby died. So yeah. And see, it can all just get a bit so much, and like this whole conquest of this whole quest of revenge, should I say, it can take a toll. So I mean, you just think about when she was digesting about what happened to Nora, and there's always this whole idea, does it bring that back the person? It doesn't. So yeah, but it can have a toll. Sure, maybe not for everyone, but I think you get to a point where, is it really worth it? Did it bring back the person? Are you, at peace with your decision? Yeah, all that shit. So, yeah. But that's it for Jesse. It's quite tragic with the fact that he cared for Ellie, and he kind of understood where Ellie was coming from, in a sense. Didn't agree with it, but he can understand her mindset, and that's where I'm thinking with Ellie. I mean, I can kind of understand that when it came for Joel and all of that, obviously knowing about their relationship and whatnot, there is this idea of well, you think back to the fact that she wanted to make it work, didn't she, in terms of forgiveness, and she got and Abby and co ripped that opportunity away from her. So yeah, but it's just so tragic for Jesse because he's always looking out for others, isn't he? And he just tried to fry for the community. So and Ellie, regardless of where her mindset is going to be in terms of this whole reckless crusade and all of that, she's still part of the community at the end of the day, and he's still gonna look at, like, he's one of those selfless people. So, and it's just all a lot, isn't it, with the instant death and realizing that, well, he is a really selfless person at the end of the day. So Yeah. And no matter what, it was a case of I'm gonna look out for Ellie. Like, yeah, she might be being a bit reckless in my mind, and I'm telling her to go back to Jackson, and I'm telling her to leave this well enough alone. She shouldn't have gone to Seattle in the first place, but it's just a part of who I am, and that's it. And sadly, that was his Achilles heel because of the fact that his caring nature got, yeah. So, so it really does suck for Jesse. And it sucks for Dina as well. So, yeah. But that final standoff, I feel like I feel like there was a lot going through Ellie's mind as well in terms of this is Joel 2.0 again when Tommy was on the floor. And Abby reminded her that I gave you a chance to live and you've wasted it. That was really cold. Caitlin did a really we've only seen her briefly, and then season 3 we're gonna get a lot of her, which I'm excited for. But she did a really, really great job in terms of in what's interesting is I feel like with all of the scenes that she's had in season 2, they've really made it work for her character, for Abby, for Caitlin, in terms of portraying or bringing Abby to life in such a convincing and well done manner. Because you're only going to get a handful of moments with her, so and they're not wasting it whatsoever. So, funnily enough, just thinking back to what Abby said. So, but that's it though. I mean, yeah, she had a big chunk in episode 2, I would say, given the fact that it was very important for her to confront Joel and to lead him into the trap and all of that. But again, they made that work in terms of her processing shit. I'm at this moment with Joel. All right, next move. Let's see what we're going to do. And then, of course, that scene. So, but even in episode 1, when you had 2 scenes. We had the establishment of Abby. This is who Abby is. Hello? And then her confronting Jackson at the end of episode 1. And you had that sincere level of dread because we know who she's after. And there is a sense of that dread. So yeah. And even in this episode, she only has 1 minute, if anything, and there's a lot that is happening in that 1 minute because of Abby's actions. Tommy is on the floor, emulating Joel, barring the fact that he's still alive. Jesse instant dead, and there is that cliffhanger. Again, I don't think Ellie's dead, obviously, but it's the way that she delivered, I give you that chance and you've wasted it, and then boom, no chance whatsoever. She's wasting, and it just makes you excited to see what season 3 has really for Abby. Because again, this is a matter of in terms of perspectives. Obviously, with Ellie and Joel, you're so attached to them, and now we're going to be focused on Abby's side of things, and we already know that with what Joel did and all of that, it's very, very conflicting because it's you heard Joel's words in the last episode. He would do it all again and all that shit. But at the same time, you got to think about the fact that, what has Joel done in terms of potentially making the world worse, in terms of, Abby. I do kind of hope we get a bit of flashbacks in terms of Abby's story, I would say, because I kind of want to see what Abby, who Abby was like prior to obviously that the day her dad died. Because obviously we've seen Joel and Ellie and there was a massive shift when Abby killed Joel in terms of Ellie's demeanor. But we got to embrace the side of Ellie before that day that happened to Joel. So I kind of hope we get that with Abby. Because it is quite a tragic story. Of course, what happened to Joel, I'm still hurting over, and yet it's so conflicting at the end of the day because Abby was like with what Joel did to Abby's dad. I mean, that kind of shook her to this path. So it's going to be that's why I'm excited about season 3 in terms of. I mean, obviously, we're not just going to get her perspective about present day events, but I kind of expect us to get that glimpse of her flashbacks, her interacting with her dad, her as a whole before what happened to her dad at the ending of season 1. So, because there is this opportunity to create a stronger structure of a character. There's already a bit of intrigue in terms of, yeah, you could hate with what Abby did to Joel and all of that. At the same time, you can't she feels like Joel is the monster in her perspective. Just straight up killed this doctor. So yeah. And again, I don't think Abby has an idea of what the hell was happening in terms of okay, well, they were going to operate on Ellie and all of that, and they were going to kill her and all that shit. So because one of the things, because again, the last time we saw Abby was, that day in episode 2, and Joel could have defended himself, but he knew what he did, and so and it's just tragic for Abby's story. So it's going to be very intriguing to see what's going to happen in season 3. Because again, present day events. What has Abby been up to? Because she hasn't just been chilling doing nothing. There's also the idea of her relationship with Isaac. Now, is he going to be like a surrogate dad in a sense, like Joel was to Ellie? Or did he know? Did Isaac know Abby's dad? Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, Isaac was questioning. Okay, what is the deal with you and Abby? Right, so I don't know if there is a kind of a similar dynamic between Joel and Ellie to Abby and Isaac. But yeah. So it was just a really, really mental episode to conclude things on. So yeah. Holy shit. Really, really. Yeah. I mean, there might be people who might be a bit miffed about ending the season on a cliffhanger with, like, 2 years to wait, at least. Because that's it. I mean, with these shows, it's the same with House of the Dragon. Alright. See you in 2 years. So, yeah. But, yeah. It also means that, like, obviously with... I mean, there was that idea anyways, knowing that, okay, well, it's going to be split over, seasons 2 and season 3, that I don't know if I'll be playing Last of Us season... or Last of Us Game 2, should I say, within these next 2 years. I don't think I will, just to preserve my... Because that's one of the great things that I would say. And that's one of the things that would bum me out if they did a Metal Gear series. I know my Metal Gear lore. I love it so much. So, yeah. I'd still react to it because it's Metal Gear at the end of the day. So, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like there is... I mean, even though that Jesse was setting up death flags, and I kind of had a feeling, although it kind of simmered down when they were in the theater, not knowing what was going to happen. But that's it, though. There is this idea of, okay, I don't know what exactly is going to happen next. I might have a bit of a feeling based on, Jesse saying shit like, I'm not dying today. I have to live and all of that. And it's like, dude, you're setting yourself up for death and all of that. But in terms of like, you know, where the plot is going to go, I'm out the loop, should I say. I'm in ignorance about what, you know, is going to happen in Abby's story. Unless I do play game 2. But again, there is that, option and all of that. So in terms of, okay, well, I can, you know, find out for myself, or I can just leave be and be, I guess, as fresh as a daisy, really, when it comes to exploring the narrative in, I guess, season 3. So, and I do kind of like that idea. So, I mean, obviously, they might change stuff up and all of that, and that's always a very, very fun prospect itself anyways, because, okay, you already know how the story is going to go. How are they going to adapt it and all of that, and how different is it going to be? So, because these are 2 different versions at the end of the day. So, yeah, it's already intriguing anyway. So, yeah, but to be fair, I have a lot of games to play. And I have a lot of writing to do. So, I'm not really fussed. I'm not in any rush to play game number 2 for The Last of Us within, I guess, these next 2 years. Bearing in mind, I'll probably be playing a few more games between them because Metal Gear Solid Delta is coming out, and I'm definitely playing that because Snake Eater, GOAT game, and I just can't wait for the remake. And there's obviously a few games coming out. GTA 6, maybe? Although that, like, season 3 will have been wrapped up by then in terms of filming and all of that, but still. But yeah, like I said, I'm not in any rush to play the second game and all of that. So I played the first game after season 1 of The Last of Us. So yeah, but yeah, and Death Stranding 2, gotta play that as well. I loved the first game so much. Hated how it made me cry. So yeah. But yeah, it was a really interesting way to conclude things. Great season. Yeah, I'm really excited about the idea of, you know, focusing on Abby's story for season 3. So bring it on. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!